It's not uncommon for people to email me and ask for my opinions on a specific product or what I would recommend for their training. I usually reply and say, yeah, sure, that product is fine, but have you tried sugar? Yep, simple table sugar. They're often surprised by this, but once I explain to them how awesome it is, they're on board and they use it for their training. By the end of this video, you're going to know how and why to make your own drink for Zwift, and it's going to provide the same benefits as something like these, but only cost you a fraction of the price. Now, if you're new here, then hey, my name is James and I'm a sports nutritionist and love to make videos on these sorts of topics for you. I wanted to make this video because it's something that I get asked about regularly, and I thought it would just be good to share the advice that I give out. This will help you to fuel your Zwift training and racing and perform better, and it's so easy to do, and it will save you a heck of a lot of money. So when you're training away on Zwift, you have two sources of fuel for energy, and that's fats and carbohydrates. And your fat stores are essentially unlimited, but your carb stores can run out, so it's your carbs that you need to focus on. This goes for easy and hard training, by the way, but later on in the video I'll go through some recommendations for calories or carbs per hour for you, so you have an idea for your training. The reason why this is so awesome is because of just how easy it makes fueling your Zwift sessions. Your nutrition underpins all of your training and your racing, and it's beneficial for you whatever your goal, whether that's performance, whether it's losing weight, or whether it's just generally staying healthy and fit. And because you can make this drink in your kitchen with basic ingredients, it lowers that barrier for good fueling, and you can use it for short and long sessions. Basically, it's awesome. And there are so many products out there that all claim to be great or best for performance or whatever other marketing blurb that they use. And whilst they might be good, you don't have to use them. So let's reduce all the confusion and help you make your own drink for Zwift. There are actually only 4 ingredients that you need, and that's table sugar, table salt, water, and squash. Now, table sugar contains sucrose, which is a paired molecule of glucose and fructose, and it contains them in a 1-to-1 ratio, which is super because we know that these two sugars together increase the overall amount of carbohydrates that you can absorb and then use for energy. And because table sugar only contains glucose and fructose, it's really easy to understand how many calories you're consuming or how many grams of carbohydrates it contains. For example, if you weigh it out, 30 grams of table sugar means 30 grams of carbohydrates, and 60 grams means 60 grams of carbohydrates, so you can scale this depending on your needs. Next, all you need is simple table salt for hydration. Table salt is sodium chloride, and it's the sodium which we really care about because that has the most significant effect on hydration. Sodium chloride is 40% sodium and 60% chloride, which means if you have a gram of table salt, it's going to contain 400 milligrams of sodium. My usual minimum recommendation for a sports drink is 250 milligrams of sodium per 500 milliliters of fluid, or double that per litre. And again, you can scale this depending on what you need. So if you add 1/5 of a teaspoon of table salt, which is about 1 gram, and mix that with 500 milliliters of water, then you're going to be in that optimum range for sodium. Next, you can add some squash to taste. So for me, I normally use a no added sugar concentrated fruit drink mix, and I just add a little bit of that for flavour. Now, to really put things into perspective here, I recently bought a kilo of table sugar for £1.09 and 750 grams of table salt for 75p. If you compare the same sort of carbohydrate content as some of these common brands, you'll see the price difference, and it's pretty dramatic. So now you know the basics of it. How much do you actually need for your Zwift sessions? How much is going to help you out? To make it easier for you, I've made a table with my recommendations for carbohydrate intake per hour, and you can use this to help fuel your rides. You can either pause the video here or click the link in the description and comment section to download my handy bike fueling guide with DIY steps to remind you. Now, with all of this said and done, doesn't mean that you shouldn't use other options or that you shouldn't eat solid food on the bike. Nope, not at all. If you still want to use your branded sports drinks or have a banana or a sports bar or a croissant or whatever you want on the bike, then of course you can still go for that. I just wanted to let you know that you can make your own concoction in the kitchen and it will do just as good a job, or perhaps even better, as many of the other products out there. Granted, if you are doing a 4-hour session on Zwift, then you probably do want something solid, but you could use this drink as well and just follow my recommendations for carbs per hour overall. So that's it for today's video. Good luck with your Zwifting, and here's another couple of videos for you to watch.